I'm Jenny Priestley, editor of TVB Europe, and today I am talking to Grass Valley President and Chief Operating Officer John Wilson. John, always a pleasure to see you.
Likewise, Jenny. Yeah, really great to connect.
Now, you've been with Grass Valley for around months now. When I saw you at IBC, you were just getting ready to join. How have you found it?
It's been fantastic, Jenny. It's exceeded expectations. The team, not just I'll tell you from the team internally, have been incredibly welcoming. It's been great to connect with so many, both the leadership team and then the people across Grass Valley, but then also our customers as well, right? So it's been a really great and frankly interesting time to join Grass Valley. The team has done a great job in executing a transformation of the business over the course of the past couple of years. And now I have the opportunity to join at a really important inflection point for the business as we're coming out of that transformation and really thinking about, well, how do we get the business back to growth and really driving, many different aspects that will contribute to what the industry will look like in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. What was it that led you to make the decision to join the company?
Yeah, it was really the opportunity that Grass Valley presented, Jenny. So as you likely know, a lot of ties from Telestream and Grass Valley over time, with employees having joined and not. Dan Castles, the founder of Telestream, having previously ran the Grass Valley Group many years ago. So I knew of Grass Valley very well, having been in the industry. The fact that this was or is a preeminent brand in the industry was attractive to me. And then everything I'd heard about where Grass Valley was positioned, kind of coming through the transformation, and transformations are difficult, right? And yet at the same time, transformations are necessary to take an industry forward. And what Grass Valley had done in positioning the business, both with the traditional products as well as having the new platform and AMP that can really be a game changer for customers on a go forward basis. I felt like it was an unbelievable opportunity to really join the team and continue to extend and lead the business through growth as we go forward.
So you talked about that transformation now, and you said that the company's coming out of that now.
Yeah.
What would you say the areas the company is focusing on at the moment?
Yeah, so a few things, Jenny, from an initiative standpoint this year. So it's really about getting to that revenue growth that I spoke about. And as we come out of that transformation, it's going to be the combination of our products, right, which we characterize as the Grass Valley Media Universe, which is our integrated hardware products, AMP, and all the software and services that can be leveraged by our customers on AMP, but then also not using AMP as well, right? It's a combination of all those products that are going to be critical for us and really proliferating those across the customer base, getting our key customers or many key customers that are on the precipice of major AMP deployments successfully deployed this year. We have some great examples and we'll have more use cases actually in advance of NAB that we'll be sharing with the community. So there's a couple I can speak to here that are public, but there'll be others that we hope to share more publicly here in the course of the next month and a half leading up to NAB and through NAB, which will be really important. So that's one pillar for us in 2024. Another pillar is frankly, as we exit the transformation, right, better communicating where we are as the business. And what that means is our customers need to understand where Grass Valley is in the journey and the transformation. And most importantly, as we come out of a challenging transformation on top of challenges from COVID and supply chain difficulties, right, the business is in a fundamentally different position today from our ability to support our customers go forward. And our customers need to understand that exactly where we are. And we want them to come along on this journey with us as we get to the next 5 to 10 years of what does the technology ecosystem need to look like for all of our broadcast media and entertainment customers. And we're better positioned than ever to support our customers through that journey. So that's going to be a huge focus for us this year, is really customer success and ensuring that our customers understand where we are, where we're going, such that they can come along on that journey with us.
Now, you talked about AMP there, and obviously cloud has been such a big talking point within the industry for well, it feels like years now, but there's
Yep.
still a lot of, uh, I suppose, the really tier one broadcasters want to go to cloud and are working with some of the major cloud vendors, but they're still a little bit unsure and they're still not quite ready to move those really big shows that they're producing, whether that be a major live sporting event or a major TV series, live TV series. They're still not quite ready to make that jump into the cloud. How would you persuade them that cloud is the way to go?
Yeah, that's a great question, Jenny. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to even better persuade them over the course of the next couple months as we're able to share more of the use cases that we've had even recently, supporting some of the largest, most preeminent live sporting events in the world on cloud platforms with AMP, right? AMP being at the center of some of those broadcasts, right? And increasingly, the use cases for AMP are growing and growing, in part because the technology ecosystem around AMP continues to grow as well. So I think as you're aware, as probably are many others, AMP is a platform, right? AMP is an ecosystem or an operating system that we hope the industry will adopt as a or one of a few standards to go forward with both cloud-based as well as on-prem processing. And the power of having that single platform is in a multitude of factors, including security, onboarding, right? Not having many different applications that customers need that are bespoke to a vendor that customers need to go to. We need to really simplify the workflows for our customers. And by having one platform in AMP, we're able to do that. So that's one.
Hmm.
I think for customers getting to cloud, right, it's what we're seeing with a number of customers, right, large and small, is you can leverage the resources when they're needed, right? Point two. And not only leveraging the resources as they're needed, but it also gives you the opportunity to look at your technology ecosystem differently and really refresh in totality all the technology across your ecosystem and think about your investment cycle very differently. So for example, right, the a recent case study that we put out around the G20 summit in India was a great example of, historically, in order to host the G20 summit, there would have had to be a tremendous investment cycle, right? With
Hmm.
both all the live production equipment into the actual the asset management and content management of the entire event. It would have been a tremendous investment cycle. Some of the cameras were still required, right? But then as that content capture came in G20, right, that's when the Grass Valley Media Universe concept really comes to bear, in that it's the combination of the integrated hardware products, right? Grass Valley's AMP being at the center of that application, as well as other partner applications that could come up on the platform that allowed our customer that was supporting the summit to turn up all of the services just for the event and then spin them down when they're no longer needed. Right? Fantastic example of that in that use case. And I expect that we're going to see more and more of those use cases as we go forward, including customers as they get more comfortable with those bigger use cases, seeing, well, but we can also do this for our 24/7, 365 operations as well. Right? And we have many examples of
Yeah.
those also.
So you talked about major sporting events there and also spinning up channels and bringing them back down. Of course, in Europe
Yep.
this summer, we've got two massive sporting events. Obviously, the big event in Paris, and then in Germany, we've got Euro 2024, the big uh, football championship. It's going to be really busy, of course. So, what sort of technologies do you think will dominate those broadcasts?
I so I see a combination of technologies, Jenny, from a traditional. If I think about where our customers are, there's still going to be much of the traditional technology applications that they've implemented historically, right? Because these are premium events, right? They're going to continue to have the traditional technologies implemented. I see fewer people on the ground needing to support those events, right? So talked about the remote production, as we know, has been a huge tailwind in our industry, right? Coming out of COVID certainly accelerated that. And I think what we're going to see is fewer and fewer people on the ground needing to support because so much more can come back to the main operation centers for our customers. But increasingly,
Mm.
what I also expect from our customers that are supporting these premium events is they're also going to be trialing new technologies as well, right? So, for example, if we think about, all of like Formula One's a great example of you can, if you're a Formula One fan now, you can actually, there's individual channels to watch a specific driver that you may be interested in. And so that's an example of for say the Olympics or for Euro this summer, there are likely going to be many more bespoke channels or more bespoke channels than ever before for each of us to consume the
Yeah.
content that we want. And that's where our customers need to leverage more and more technologies that are forward looking like AMP, for example, that they can spin up and spin down when the event's needed and then no longer live in order to support the infrastructure from a cost base standpoint versus having to make investments across the board to support all of these on a longer term basis.
So I can't talk to you. You know, we talked about technologies that are being used a lot in the industry at the moment.
Yep,
Obviously, the one thing that everybody is talking about right now is artificial intelligence. How
absolutely.
much is AI in Grass Valley's thinking going forward?
It will be central to our development efforts, Jenny, from the standpoint of it. We're going to be increasingly leveraging it internally to help our engineers accelerate their ability to develop products. So that's going to be critical for us, and I expect that will not just be Grass Valley, but frankly across all companies, the ability to leverage AI to allow us to accelerate, say, more menial or mundane tasks to allow then our people to focus on more value add activities for our customers or for the business is going to be
Mm.
tremendous, right? So we're increasingly leveraging AI internally for efforts, both development as well as other tools that will help us accelerate our business. That's point one. For our customers, we're in the early stages of really mapping out how AI can make a difference for our customers and our products. I do see it over time being right, making a major impact for our customers and the industry overall, just with the power that we can harness in AI. But there's still a lot that we need to understand as well before we
Yeah.
plug it into our products, before it becomes more mainstream. And so we're focusing efforts right now on first internal, right, best understanding the technology and the capabilities, and then over time as we go through this year, plugging in those capabilities to our products that ultimately will benefit our customers longer term.
Okay. Now, you talked about working with your customers and sort of taking their feedback of what they want. And last year, Grass Valley introduced new switcher bundles at the
Yep.
request of your clients. Um, what are you hearing from customers at the moment that they want? Are they talking to you about things like AI? Are they talking to you about something completely different? What are they telling you that they want from Grass Valley?
Yeah. So certainly we continue to proliferate those bundles, Jenny. But not just the switchers, but overall from as I think about Grass Valley, we've got a very vast portfolio, as you know, and it's on us to simplify the understanding and that complexity for our customers to bring together bundles and packages that make sense, easy to understand, easy for them to purchase and deploy. So we're focused there. What we're hearing from customers most notably is many of them, as their business models have continued to change, right, and the economics of our industry are have been turned upside down in many cases over the course of the past number of years, that they need more and more help on how do they successfully navigate this transformation from a technology infrastructure perspective. And that's where our customers increasingly are coming to us. And again, it's not just AMP, right? But it's the Grass Valley Media universe that we can bring to bear to overall lower the cost for our customers of the infrastructure that they are required to support in order to monetize their content, or not not necessarily their content, but the content they need to distribute across their platforms. So increasingly, it's what we're hearing from customers is, how can you help us, Grass Valley? How can you help us lower our costs? And what we've been able to do more recently through the G20 example, through other examples in tier three football, for example, and then we'll have more, I hope and expect, over the course of the next month and a half leading into NAB, that we'll be able to share that really show the use cases to our customers that we've practically deployed in the field. So we just came out of the last few weeks, we had our sales kickoffs around the world, and we were able to meet internally with our teams to get the teams read in on where we are as a business, what our strategic initiatives are. But then we also, myself and the team were able to hear from our teams in the field those use cases that we can't necessarily in all cases share publicly right now. And it's powerful
Mm.
what Grass Valley is bringing to bear from an economic savings standpoint for our customers. And so I'm looking forward to be able to share more of those over the course of the next month plus as we lead up to NAB.
Well, you teased it there, NAB. I'm not going to let you go without asking you about the show.
Yeah.
What can people attending NAB expect to hear from Grass Valley?
Yeah, so I think it will be a continuation of the message that the market started to hear from us more meaningfully at IBC, Jenny, which is it's it's AMP. So the future for Grass Valley is the Grass Valley Media Universe, which is the combination of AMP, the integrated hardware products, and increasingly it's going to be the partners that become part of the AMP ecosystem, right? So
Hmm.
as we've talked about, AMP is not a monolithic application that is native only to Grass Valley and only will carry Grass Valley products, right? The intent of AMP is an open ecosystem. And what we're working really hard to do right now is not only stand up our products on the platform, which we've got tremendous use cases around, but then also develop an ecosystem of partners that are on the platform as well to simplify the workflows and the use cases for our customers. So I'm expecting a lot more traction with that partner ecosystem as well that we'll be able to share at NAB. We'll have some teasers around how we'll apply AI and next applications into, what does the next 3 to 5 years look like at NAB as well, Jenny. So think of it as what's future state zone on the Grass Valley booth in terms of where we see the industry in Grass Valley going, will be really important for us as well. And then you'll see the entire Grass Valley Media universe come to bear through the various applications that we'll be presenting, both from live content production or live production through play out infrastructure, and then all the way to content production.
Well, fantastic. I look forward to seeing it and you in Vegas.
Likewise, yeah, can't wait. It's going to be a busy next month and a half. Lot to do, but couldn't be more excited to be there and really talk to all of our customers in the market, and yourself and others about where we are and importantly where we're going as we look to the next number of years, Jenny.
Fantastic. John Wilson, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. It's lovely, as always, to talk to you, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, look forward to it. Thanks, Jenny.